Hello. Hello. Da 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 da. Royalty free music from me. Let's play this song. Okay. So alright. What are we doing today? Well, I don't know. I've never known. And yet, here we are. Let's see. So let's take some notes. And let's make a daily note. Oh, geez. I don't know what you are. There we go. Oh, you're playing from over there. You should play from over here. Yeah. Alright, Twitch stream. Actually, I should have one for these 4 Twitch streams. Twitch stream notes. Okay. Let's see. I don't even know if you can see this. I guess you probably can. There you go. Hashtag 2021. That is today. Stream. I should have like a link or something here, but I don't. Let's do free mocap. Python. Oh, Python. Matplotlib. We're going to do matplotlib stuff today. So the plan is to tweak the visualization so that load images from synced videos. I know this doesn't make sense to you if you're not like you're not like me, but you'll figure it out. So we're gonna do that. I want to draw 2D data on top of raw images rather than loading, say, open poses images. And then, is there anything else? Oh, I want to show all or most of the recorded videos alongside 3D reconstruction. Cool. Alright. And I should I also want to someone asked for data last time whose name was something. What was it? Where did I put it? Man, I gotta change this. Looking at this. Oh, that's me. I gotta fix this. I think they were. There's no general. That's wild. Ah, there's general. Glitched robot. I would like to make some. They asked for. They want to make a Plotly dashboard, which would be awesome. and I would like to give them data. Oh, hello. Hey, Glitched Robot, and hey, Somber Sauce. Glitched Robot, I would like to give you some data so you can plot it with your in the what's it called, the Plotly dashboard. I think that would be super awesome. So I think I have. I'm gonna. So basically, what I'm hoping to do today is kind of play around with like the visualization side that I've been working on with Matplotlib, which is the one I use for the stuff above, which is like okay. I kind of don't love it for the future, but it's kind of good for now, and it's most similar to MATLAB, which is the one that I know. But I think eventually something more interactive like Plotly would be really good. So let's go ahead and do that. How you doing, Somber Sauce? It's been a while, I think. Has it been a while? I can't remember. I've been coming in and out. Also, I think I'm supposed to be showing stuff. Yeah, okay. There is like a chat thing. I put a little chat overlay on this. I don't know if it works because like I do simultaneously stream to Twitch and YouTube, but I don't check YouTube. I don't know if anyone's ever on there. But I figure it would be good to have chat sort of visible on screen just for posterity. Cool. Oh, I've been good. I've been working on this free mocap thing, which has been going well, and hoping to. Sorry, 1 second. Let me see what I'm trying to do here. Source, window capture. Add source. Add a new source instead. Just call this Obsidian. Add source. That's gonna be Obsidian. Done. You can go down here. That's sort of the notes. I gotta work. I don't know. It's fine. Okay. And then you can go away. All right. Yeah, I've been good. I've been working on this thing, and it now has a semi-viable. If I go to github.com/johnmathis/freemocap, it looks a lot like this. And it's like, it's getting there. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. It's got a little demo video. Technically, these are instructions for installation, but I wouldn't really like recommend that. Yeah, right? This is not. It's technically available for the public. You could technically pip install it. Like you can pip install this bad boy, which is wild. See, pi free mocap. Look at that. Free mocap. That's me. Hey Albert, how you doing? Congrats on managing to get OpenPose to work, which is a challenge. But yeah, so like this is so technically this works, right? So you can, you create like an Anaconda environment with Python 3.7, activate it, pip install free mocap, IPython import free mocap, FMC run me, and then theoretically that should work. I don't think it really will. I think this release is a little behind the times. So it's mostly like I'm planning on doing a more like public facing sort of release on the 20th of July. So right now I'm kind of trying to a lot of this work right now is sort of preparing for that release, at which point, ideally, it would be like in a usable state for the general population. So for your Albert types, this would sort of the aim for this is to like be like a more usable wrapper for things like OpenPose, because Albert, as you discovered, it is a very powerful tool that is not exactly super user friendly, and also not really like it's not really set up for like research, and so I'm trying to make sort of this be as like a tool. Yeah, I'm glad you agree. uh, so this is kind of a tool that's sort of like designed to be a way for non-computer scientists to use tools like this in a way that is like extensible and repeatable and all these kinds of things. So right now it's focused on post-processing. So it was cool that I didn't realize that the OpenPose default is real time, but it also looking at the way that they do it. OpenPose. Nope, that one. So first of all, I don't know if they're gonna keep. They don't seem like they're gonna. It feels like this is gonna stop being, what's the word, maintained, because they sort of haven't updated it in a couple months, and like the most recent build doesn't work, in my case. Yeah, I'm learning about the pip install stuff, and I have it's I'm I have pip installed because like I made some forks of like Deep Lab Cut and AnyPose at some point because they're packages that are included here, but I needed to make some tweaks. So I did pip install their like the forked repository because I had my changes in it. But it's a little. I think I'm starting to understand how it works, but I'm still a little bit lost. Like I'm somewhat out of my depth in general with this stuff. So, we're working on it. Anyways, but for Albert, if you're still hanging out here, the thing I checked this out, and because I was curious about how they handled the real-time aspect of it. And let's see, 3D, and it looks like they do real. Yeah, they do something. Basically, they throw away data as needed. Yeah, hardware trigger, new. Yeah, so these are hardware trigger, and it's basically it like throttles itself based on its processing speed. So it will wait to get a new frame until like, hence the algorithm will always get the last synchronized frame from each camera, deleting the rest. So it enforces a synchronization that sort of winds up throttling your effective frame rate by the speed that your computer can process, I think, which is kind of just going to be a thing. I think, I don't know. I'm thinking about like in the future, this thing is going to have real-time components to it, or like will be real-time in at its core. But I'm thinking about the different ways to do that. Right now, the focus is on post-processing. So just record the videos at runtime with as much sort of frame rate and resolution as you need, and then record it in such a way that after it's amenable to being post-processed, so that you can. So this is like 30 frames per second or something like that, because that's what the videos were recorded at. And if you want to up the frame rate or anything like that, like with GoPros, you can record like 240 frames per second easy. You can do that too. It just takes that much more time to post process. Anyways, so but yeah, glitch robot. That's actually you can pip install a Git repository is a good point, because right now the pip install of free mocap is like significantly behind the repository. add your file path to, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm just starting to learn about like set up files and requirements and all that stuff, which has been a whole educational process for me because most of my programming experience is like MATLAB based, so I never actually learned how real stuff works. But I'm learning, and that's good. It's exciting. Okay, let's plot some stuff. Actually, I'm gonna try. Cool. MATLAB isn't. It's like it's a nice. It has good things to it. It's so easy, relatively speaking. Just because you don't have to deal with anything. It's just you like download the program and start coding. The problem I have with it is just like it feels like you kind of plateau to some extent, and also it's just incredibly expensive. If you're not a part of a university, which I am, but if you're not a part of a university, it's just not feasible to use. And there's Octave, but like that's not, it's a little, whatever. And mostly I just kind of like, now that I'm a professor, I don't really feel comfortable training students in MATLAB because because unless they go into academia, it's not going to serve them. So I'm transitioning to Python on the grounds that it will make the people that come through my lab be sort of more employable. They'll have better job opportunities with the same kind of experience. But anyways, I'm gonna try this. So I'm gonna just say tag started talking about matplotlib visualization. I put that in there theoretically so I can come find this later so I can clip this out. I don't think I will for this one, but I might in the future do that. So this is just kind of practice for that. Okay, so glitched robot especially. So the way that this process works is when you run the mocap thing and it records videos, it creates a session folder. Shit, and this is an old one. Oh no, actually, this is one. Should have stuff in it? No, you also don't have stuff. Okay. What about you? Yes. Okay. It's good to have old versions of stuff. Okay. So every time you do a recording with the free mocap system, it creates one of these session folders. I'm going to change the name of this a bit, but basically it's sesh and then the date and then the time. This is one that I happen to know has sort of good stuff in it. So if you open this up, then you get all these sort of... It doesn't look exactly like this, but for all intents and purposes, it'll be... Shit, actually, now that I think about it, it's... I just realized I don't have an up-to-date version of this, so what can I do? I will... Okay, I have an idea, sort of, vaguely. So basically, just so for glitched robot, the thing that you will mostly need and that won't really change is so in this folder, the first thing that happens, there's these raw videos. This is just the videos that come straight out of the cameras, and then those get synchronized and turned and sort of rotated because OpenPose likes things to be upright. And so these are 4 videos that each have, theoretically, this version doesn't, but theoretically each one of these videos has the exact same number of frames, so you can just cycle through and, frame 12 of camera 3 is the same time step as frame 12 of camera 2. And that gets all processed and, chunked apart. And here's your OpenPose data. So for Albert, if you're still here, this would be something that, like, if the real-time iteration of OpenPose was implemented here, you could still dump the data straight into here in this JSON format, because the JSONs they have containers for the 3D data, even though I'm not using it right now. And then that gets all parsed together, and then glitched robot. This folder, data arrays, this is the stuff that you're mostly going to want to be looking at. So this is the saved data from sort of, here's your OpenPose data, here's the two-dimensional data, here's the three-dimensional data, here's Deep Lab Cuts two-dimensional data and three-dimensional data, where two-dimensional data is the data that's sort of drawn on the screen. So like in the animation above, the right side, the pixel locations of all those key points, that's the 2D data. And on the left side, the 3D data is the 3D data. So now what we're going to try to do... So here's what I would like to do. What I would like to do would be to run through a quick... the problem is, like, this is an older recording, so the structure of all of this, especially this config file, which is like, it contains like information about the recording, is not the right structure for the current iteration of the code. So I think I might struggle to load it in. But at the same time, I think I can cheat it. Let's cheat it real quick. Let's cheat it. Let's see. I think we can cheat it. The way we're going to cheat it is we're just going to sort of get it in, like, we're going to sort of trick it into going into the right folder. Ah, fuck, is that going to work? 1 second. I'm back. So the other computer in my house is currently running through, like, processing data from an iteration recorded on the new system. And it... Let's see, if I run that from this computer, what will happen from this computer? I think it'll work. I think it'll work if I run it from this computer. So let's try that. So, again, realistically, a lot of this stuff needs work. Like, this project it's going to take a while before this project's actually usable for people that don't know how to use it. And I'm trying to make this something that is, like, intuitive, which is hard. But so what we're going to do is this stage right here. So the stage is the processing stage, and we're going to ask it to go skip all of this pre-processing stuff and go to stage 7. Actually, this might work. Let's find out. As a group, we'll find out. So we changed this. This is like just a script that you can run that sets some parameters. The main one is going to be I'm going to set the stage to 7. OpenPose dummy run means it's just don't worry about it. I think if I run this and if I don't specify the session number, it just loads in the last session that was in the data folder. Again, we'll be all right. So I think if I run this, go. See what happens. I think I can make this bigger too. There we go. All right. So it's activated TensorFlow, which is nice. Happy about that. Having issues on the other side. Cool. Okay. We'll see. So now we've skipped the recording stage, skipped the video synchronization stage, skipped the camera calibration stage, skipped mirroring media pipe, which is like another open pose-ish type object, and started skeleton plotting. Use open pose, use media pipe, use DLC. I think it should work. Let's go inside. Dot, 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 dot. All right. Okay. Now we are in the skeleton plotting stuff. Okay, so you gotta see, there's not gonna be this. So use DLC. Oh, this is cool. I just figured out this setting for VS Code that will, it's like this it's like, I forget the setting, but it tells you, like, it gives you the debug output of the line, like, in sort of, like, in the editor, which I really like. So this is telling me that use DLC is set to true. So it's going to be looking for deep lab cut data. And it's not going to find it because the other computer is currently processing it, the deep lab cut data. So what I will do with my sneaky ways, so I'll go over here to the debug console and I'll say use DLC is true, and make that false. Use DLC. There you go, you're false. Okay. And then I think, okay, that works. It'll skip that. I think that should work. It's the thing that I don't. No one should look at this and say, "Wow, that's a beautiful finished product." But what I hope people look at this and think is, someone is working hard to make this a usable finished product. Like care is being placed into this code to make it something that like other people could use, even if it's not quite there yet. Like I'm talking and sort of like, and it's like I can just, as I'm speaking about the methods, I just know that they're not intuitive, but they will be. There is a structure to this that is designed to grow from, and it's fine. This is an interesting one. If this is going to exist, it may not. Does this exist? No. Okay. But that's good. We don't want that to exist. See, this is some stuff that's currently, so like, so the motivation here is that the current iteration of the code relies on OpenPose a little too much. For example, if you'll notice, for the real heads in the audience will recognize the visualization on the right. So like the camera images are pulled straight from OpenPose. That's OpenPose's default sort of visualization, also their only visualization, which is problematic for a number of reasons, not the least of which being I think it's kind of ugly, and also it's only OpenPose. So I want to be able, basically what I want to do is just plot the raw image on the screen and then draw the 2D data on top of it, so that way I have more control over it, and that way I can plot data from different sources. So I can plot OpenPose data and Deep Lab Cut data and Charuco Bird data and Media Pipe data, whatever you want to do, it can plot it on top of all the data on top of the same image, which will make it much easier to debug. Because right now there's times where like a Deep Lab Cut tracked object will sort of will glitch out, and it's not clear if that's because of the reconstruction or if it's because one of the cameras wasn't tracking properly. So that's what we're working on today. Okay. I think it's going to fail when I do this, but that's okay. Oh, also this is sloppy, but that's fine. We'll just get over that as a group. For cam in range session num cameras, cam image path list. We don't have an image path list. Okay. I'm pretty sure if I do this now, this is gonna fail here. Yeah. Go ahead and fail. Fair. Um, so this is now commented out. This, oh, I see what's happening here. Image path list. That, okay, I see also what's happening here. Okay. You're also going to get commented out. Okay, and I am already getting overwhelmed, so let me scale back and say, what are we going to do first? So load images. So let's start. Let's put these in order. Draw 2D, draw. Okay, so the first thing, so there's 3 tasks listed here. One is load images from the raw videos, which needs to happen. The second is draw the 2-dimensional data on top of those images. And then the third is show all of the camera images at once rather than just one, which it currently is. The question is, what's the order of operations here? And this in this order. First of all, let's make some pretty... This is a program called Obsidian, by the way. It's a markdown editor, and I really like it. Another sort of aspirational open source project that I see and think is cool, and I'm trying to copy to the extent that I can. It's basically... There we go. Is that right? There we go. Okay. Load images from synced video. Load raw images. Actually, I'm going to do it in this order. Am I going to do it in this order? So it's really coming down between which is the first one thing that I do. Is the oh, no, okay, I answered that question already. Here's the question I was going to ask. Is the first thing I do start by loading the images from the raw videos, or is the first thing I do tile it so you have all the images at once? All images from all 4 cameras at once, or all N cameras, really. And the answer has to be the first one, because right now there's no method for plotting any images, so I can't start by plotting multiple images. So step 1 is plot the first one, and then I can decide from there. Okay, and look at that in preview mode because it's more pretty. That's not pretty. Why are you? It's fine. That's not pretty at all. That's ugly. It's fine. Okay. There's some vestigial stuff in here that might wind up being useful. Okay. Do I have the LC data yet? I don't. Do I? I might. I will soon. At some point during this stream, that computer will finish processing, and then this. Oh. Is it already? Oh. We already have deep lab cut data. That's good. Well, what do you know about that? Okay. Great, because that's actually important. So I don't have to do the thing where I cheat again. Oh, this is old code. Is this old code? No, it's not, but this is hella sloppy, though. This is... okay. It's fine. This is fine. What is this? Why is there that one? So it's why is there two of these? Replay skeleton matplotlib. Replay skeleton mat. Oh man, are these even the same name? What? This is the one. Okay, well that's not right. I can tell that the one above is more up to date. It's fine. We're just gonna do that. It's fine. Don't tell anybody. Okay. UTLC, mean Charuko. That should exist. If you use OpenPose, if you use MediaPipe, if you use DLC, if you use OpenPose there. This is where we're going to stop. This is where we're going to start to change things. I think we can just hit that. Doesn't like it. Why don't you like that? Oh, because I'm not in the Run Me version. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Continue. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what that looks like. Debug. Pult. Do we have a pult? We do. Pult dot plot DLC 0. Pult dot show. What you look like? Hey. Now tell me, does that look like juggling data to you? Because it looks like juggling data to me. I actually don't know enough about matplotlib. I don't know the color order. Is it? Oh, and also the axes are arbitrary at this point. So color orders, the XYZ doesn't really help because you have to rotate things. The data still comes in kind of an arbitrary reference frame. So X, Y, and Z don't actually mean what they do. But you can see the periodic motion. That's because this is juggling data of a human person. This human person juggling. So you can see. It's good. Orange is first. I think blue is first. If it's anything like MATLAB. I guess we can find out. Pult dot plot range pult dot show. Yeah, it's blue. It's blue, and then pult. Yeah, I think, and then yeah, so it's blue, orange, green is the order. So blue, orange, green. Blue, orange, green. So blue is X, orange is Y, Z is green. Which I think makes sense. I don't know. Let's. This is good though, because. Oh. Cool. Colors and default property. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, totally. Nice. Cool. Ooh. Cool. Thank you. Thanks for that. Okay. So, again, so glitch robot, you can see in this session folder. This is a newer one. You see it's cleaner. What this plotting function is doing here is, and this is play skeleton and replay skeleton matplotlib whatever. It's loading in the data from these data arrays folder. You got your deep lab cut 3D and 2D, but we already talked about this. Okay, so by this point, so use impose image pathless. So does this exist? It does exist. Okay, so let's leave that for now, and then we'll add to it. All right, what's in this session object? So session, like recording session, has useful stuff in it, and right now what I'm looking for would be the paths to the synchronized videos, so I can pull images from them, sort of per in iterations. So because right now, and actually I think this might break, but I think if I just click go here, it should continue. Oh, we're thinking. Why are we thinking so hard? Because they have 1,000 things open. Oh, it's because this is open. Matplotlib blocks, which is very annoying of it. Oh, did we crash? Where are we at? Where are we at? We may have crashed. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Did we? Ah. Nice. So apparently my grad student who's been working on this has added something. That's not how that's supposed to look. So this is the data we're going to be looking at, except it's like stretched out, which is fine. It looked like a big chungus. So that's cool. He added the functionality to compress those into videos, which is cool. Okay. I'm just gonna so you can I'm gonna close all these breakpoints. There are many things that I cannot do. See, like, yeah, it's broken. Why are you here? You shouldn't be trying to do this. If use media pipe, do that. So right now I'm just putting some if statements. So if use DLC, that. Yep. Yeah, and then this would be. So I think. If I think at this point. that this, it's looking like it's actually working like this. Like the data, it's processing over there. For start frame, what is the start frame set to be? Start frame is set to be 40. Start frame is set to be 40. So let's. Are there any of these that these all look these are all stretched? Let's see. So when does it actually get interesting? So about 3 seconds in, it gets interesting. Which at 30 frames per second would be around 90 frames in. So we will bump this up. We'll bump this up to start frame. We'll bump the start frame up to 90. Oh, interesting. None of this needs to be here. I'm going to continue to be sloppy. I'm going to set a breakpoint here and then say run. And I'm just going to manually change it here because I know that if I change it in the code, I'll forget and it'll just get uploaded like that. And then I think right now in this part of the development process, we're doing a lot of like really short recordings just for like test. And 90, starting at frame 90 would be a problem. So here we are there. Debug console, start frame 40. Nuh-uh, start frame equals 90. Right on. Where are you in Europe somewhere, Albert? Guessing from the fact that you're going to sleep at this time on the East Coast in America. I noticed that you have from the video you posted. It makes me think that you are a sports biomechanist. Ah, are you at the Free University by any chance? It seems like the most that's the most motor control-y. Wow, hey, what do you know? Cool. I've never been there, but I know Ellie Brenner and Smeets, and I interviewed what's her name, Layla Alidisaravi for a second. Yeah, cool. I would like to make it over there someday. Cool. Well, nice to make your acquaintance here. Yeah, so OpenPose is a great tool in many ways. It's just not very usable, and I think there are challenges involved with trying to use it. Oh, I shouldn't have this up at all, should I? What was I saying? So this tool is designed to make make OpenPose a usable research tool. So I hope that that from my end I can get it to a place where it will be useful to you in the timescale that's useful to you. But we'll see how that goes. Good luck with working with OpenPose. If you do /bin OpenPose exe -help, it gives you a ton of like flags you can give it, like parameter flags. If when you're running it, it says press H for help, but if you press H, it says help not found. But if you do a Google search for the name of the ping that it doesn't find, right? It's pretty amazing. So when it's running, push H. The command line will say image, DLC, your OpenPose help GUI ping not found. Do a Google search for the name of that file and OpenPose, and it will take you to the place in their GitHub repository where that help file exists, and you can look at it there. It's not that helpful, but yes. These things are the reason why I think that OpenPose is not quite useful as a research tool. They have a lot of stuff like that just like straight up doesn't work, and it hasn't worked since 2017, which is when I started, which is when it first came out. So, anyways, probably also should have that up. I feel your pain, Albert. I feel your pain. Yeah. Good luck. And I'm gonna be revamping the Discord server very soon to be more. It's basically gonna become like a free mocap like development / user portal. So feel free to ask more questions there, or just like ask me to remind you about the ping thing, because it's like it's incredible actually. But it's good luck. Have a good night, and say hi to any nice Dutch people for me. I like the Netherlands. I've been there. Thanks for the interest. Thanks for showing up. Okay, let's move on. Let's go. So let's just run this. Okay. 90 was it's looking pretty good. I'm not tracking the wobble board yet, but I will be. Ah. Yeah, okay, it's looking pretty good. So let's do simple stuff. You can go. Actually, you know what I can do? I thought it was not running. Close the program. It's fine. Crashed. I told it to crash. It's my fault. Stage 6. This will open a PyQt graph, which is more interactive. Where are you at? Huh? Actually, I'm really curious about what happens when this runs up. Alrighty, what are you doing here, buddy? Why are you struggling? Why are you struggling? How hard are we working over here? Boop doop boop boo. Doom doo doo doom. Oh. It's struggling to load these videos. OpenCV FFmpeg tag blah blah blah. DivX is not supported with codec ID 13 format MP4. Fallback to use that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all the cameras. There we go. I just want to watch this go because I always enjoy it. Looking not bad. Looking pretty good. A little bit of blidips. I can improve this model, but it's doing a pretty good job. So I'm mostly looking at the trajectory of the balls when they're in the air. See, so there's some bounces there. But mostly it's looking like it's taking mostly ballistic trajectories in the air, which is what you want. Thanks, Clistrobot. I also think it's pretty cool. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I think I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that, especially considering that the balls are being trapped by deep lab cut, and the deep lab cut data is like not. It was a pretty sloppy track from my end. So the fact that it works at all is kind of impressive to me. Okay. So just for orientation purposes, what we were just watching was created in this. Oh, why is that run? Create body tracking videos. Oh, I see. I see. I understand what's happening here. This is a misunderstanding from someone on my side. Well, one thing at a time. Let's try to get any success at all here. Okay. Debug console session. Where are we? We're here? Session. What do we got in here? We got the base path, board, cal video path, camera inputs, C group. Don't like that. Data array path, debug DLC config path, DLC data path, im out path, media pipe image path, that's none. Compose raw video path, not what we want. Sync video path. Yeah, the synced video path is what we really want here. I think. I mean, it should just be a path. Session dot synced video path. And it's just a path. Okay, so we need to make an iterator. Which I think I can do this. Right? If I do that and I say session dot synced video path dot glob, doesn't like, oh, ping, because it doesn't have pings in it. MP4s, however, there they are. There they are. Sync vid path list equals that. Synced. Okay. So there's 6 videos in this session, and these are the 6 paths to each of those videos. So, okay. I kind of feel like this should already be in the session file, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Get list of synced video paths. There you go. Okay. So there's some cat hair. Okay, so now we have this video list. So we have a path to videos. Video type, that's going to be, that's no videos. And then video type 1 is 1 video, which we're going to stick. Now, if we get that, then we want to be able to read in the frames. Okay, how are we going to do this in a way that makes sense? Okay, so we need to load in, we need to create the video capture object for the first camera, but we want to make it in a way that can scale up to multiple. So we're going to put it in a list, and this is going to be a one element list, or a dictionary. Dictionary or list? Can you make a list of capture objects? I don't know. Let's find out. All right, let's be simple first. So first thing you have to ask yourself, and anytime you ask yourself a question, is how do I open a video? Because I never remember. It's something like CV2. It's always like cap equals CV2 dot video capture, and then in there you have a string. You have a link to. So you have synced video path list. And you take the first one. It's a string. And then I think that happens, and then you have cap. Cap is a video capture object. All right, there you go. So then you say image equals, you say success, comma, image equals cap dot read. Huh? Huh? And then success is a bool? Nope. Hey. And then image dot shape. That's an image. All right. So then we say pult.imshow.image. Nah. Okay. And then we say pult.show. Let me see it. Yeah, there you go. What do you know? All right. I know how to do stuff. Come on. Think I don't know how to do stuff? I know how to do stuff. Oh, you can see how messy my house is, but that's fine. It's in a messy state right now. Don't judge me. It's kind of where we are at in the creative process. Okay. Now here's a question of, can I put capture objects in a list? So what we're going to say is vid cap object underscore list. Oh, I have to make that equals a list. And I say, what kind of guy are you, video capture object list dot class. Who are you? You're a list. Great. So vidcat object the 0th element, because we're 0 index, but I still think it's stupid, and I hope I always will, equals cv2 dot cap video capture, comma, synced videos path list, first one, doesn't like that, oh, has to be a string, because it's in there as a path object. Doesn't like that either. List assignment out of, oh, because it doesn't exist. So dot append. Hey. Now what are you? What are you? And if I do another one, can I iterate? Is this iterable? It worked. Oh, no, it didn't. But it did something. Okay, that would work. I think if I could for loop that. So, Slappy Poppy. Num cam images equals num cam subplots equals 1. In this case, we only have one subplot, so what we'll do here, and then out of that, we'll say for camnum equals range num cam subplots, and because it's Python, it's like non-inclusive range, so zero indexing is stupid. I'm sorry, it just is. It makes a conflict between indexing and counting, and that's non-intuitive. So because we are only looking at number of cameras 1, the range from 0 to 1 is 1. So okay, for the cam num in that, and then we'll say we'll get this guy, we'll put him here. Oop. I'm gonna make a plot there, and we're gonna say what are we saying here? Make a list of video capture objects to load images from as needed. Okay, so right now we're doing this vidcap object. Oh right, that makes sense. Okay, that's that. That's that. Okay. Okay. So now, okay, so the first element is just that guy. Can I say success, comma, image equals that dot read? Can I just treat this as if it was an object? Image dot shape. Sure enough, can. Cool. Progress. Okay, so we now have the video capture objects. So now we're going to go down and we're going to find the place that we were loading in OpenPose data and replace it with this raw image. And we were calling that was being done by way of this cam image path list. So I click on that. I see that it showed up here. I don't know why this is getting highlighted. Not quite sure. But then I see that it's down here. So yeah, there we go. So I am going to remove that, and what is this? I don't need that. And I'm going to, gotcha. I'm going to replace this instead of, oh shoot. Because I got to call the right frame number. Because if I just do this, this just reads the most recent one. So I have to get it to call the right frame number. So CV2, video capture read. Python. Where do I go? Python examples here. Set. Okay, how do I find this? I need to find the way to read a specific Oh, this is already, this is using bleh. This is using mread because this is a folder full of images. Um, they're inefficient and they kind of gum up your index and like it makes your computer run slower. Like it's really hard to transfer files and stuff like that because